All right, welcome to the Detox. This is your host, Padre, aka 3031 INC on IG. Make sure y'all follow those tags. Asante, aka ADV Cope. That's at ADV Cope. Y'all follow that tag. So can you get the people your at, please?
It's Tawana 2.0. So TIWAINA 2.0.
And again, guys, follow that tag. Please follow that tag. Behind the camera producer extraordinaire, our guy, voice of God.
AZ
no IG.
The omnipresent.
Make sure y'all follow that tag as well for no reason. AZ, what's good, bro? What's good with it, man? How was your weekend so far?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm here having fun with the guys and girls. So
Indeed.
let's get it.
Speaking of girls, we have a special mouth
in the house.
It's fine. That's what
we got a special mouth in the house, which is the mouth of the South.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the mouth of the South, Shan.
Danny Jack Me Show. I'm here.
Say that IG one more time.
Say that again, please.
That mouth of the South.
What's
All
the
right.
other one?
And Shanny Jack Me.
And where they gonna find you?
They're gonna find me at Shanny Jack Me Show on Instagram, and you can catch me on the Facebook also.
We're gonna go ahead and just roll into the show. Toya had some questions, I believe, or we're gonna talk to Shani, try to understand what she's doing, get in her business a little bit. Of course, we're welcoming our platform to you, and we just want to see, how we can find you. What things you can kind of give our people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell us how we can jack.
And
How
we
you
just
gonna jack me?
How was that?
Okay, well, let's detox.
That is funny. Let's detox. Let's go ahead and get
Let's
clean.
go.
Let's get clean.
Tell us about yourself, though. What's going on?
I'm Shanny Jack Me. I have a podcast that I interview anybody that's a celebrity. Everybody's a celebrity, put it like that,
For
to
sure.
me on my show. And I just fuck with anybody that's trying to start their new business or aspiring rappers, artists, chefs, cooks, politician, anything that you just brand new at, I'm fucking with. I want to know what's your story, what's your struggle, how you started, where you're going, what you're headed, just like the detox. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds.
It's so much,
yeah.
probably just like you guys, and it's really just celebrating people that are trying to become, and the Shanny Jack Me Show, the name actually has nothing to do with what I'm doing, but it was gifted to me, and I stuck with it. It's the play off of Janet Jack Me, the porn star. If you're from
Very
the
familiar.
porn world of
We
porn,
all
you
make that deal.
I'm sure if anybody, you I probably have heard of Janet Jack Me. But
So this is the thing, right?
Mhm.
Here at the Detox, we've determined in previous sessions, we do 12-step programs. We've determined that porn is private.
Porn is
So we can't necessarily ask our essays
what
if they're
they like.
necessarily familiar with her.
Okay, guys.
But I'm pretty sure this group of people is familiar with Janet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know, like you said, that was gifted to you
Yeah, that
based
name
on
was
her.
gifted to me.
Did you want to kind of go into that story?
No,
or-
not a problem. It's,
Let's go.
well, the name was gifted to me from a friend that was incarcerated, actually, and I write, and I like to write exotic stories, and I just was good at it. You know what I'm saying? So I talk on the telephone and niggas jack off on the phone. I go through those things
Wow.
too. I mean, yeah. I'm never ashamed of what I do. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna speak on it.
You still doing that right now?
And to this day, if you wanna, your girl is not acting right, you can call me on the phone and I'll talk you through. We'll go through it. So I've had a life. It's just not just this.
We will make sure we put that 1-900 number up.
Exactly.
Is it still 900 numbers? Is that what it is? We'll make sure we put that 900 numbers up for my
Absolutely.
guys out there that need
Yeah,
a little relief.
I'd rather get all the guys that are incarcerated since you guys have phones now. Cash App, send 3,000.
Right.
So I'm
Listen, we
really
doing
looking
work.
for the incarcerated guys.
We're doing work in the community, for the community. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can do on the detox, listen. That's what's up.
Yeah, so push me. I'm looking for those guys.
They ain't a bad hustle.
It's
No,
not,
it's not.
it's not a bad hustle.
So if you're not doing it, that's all.
Matter of fact, guys, we're gonna figure out our special 900 detox number.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
first minute is like $5, right?
Yeah, you
indeed,
know. So
indeed.
yeah, that's how I got the name though from a friend that I wrote a lot in jail, and he gave me that name. So
How
yeah,
about
so I
that?
stuck with it, you know.
I just want to know. So when you were speaking on your platform, you said it sounded like more so you were speaking that you deal with people that's on the come up.
Right.
So is that your focus, or do you do more established people as well?
I mean, I do establish people also, you know, but I try to target those that are just getting started, you know, because you will remember that person that gave you your first free interview.
Right.
You know, and after you interview with me, you're going to go somewhere else. It's not going to be just, my interview is just the beginning of where you're
Springboard.
headed. So yeah, and people appreciate those that gave you that opportunity. So I want to be that first one that has given you that opportunity to just practice. You know, maybe you might be nervous, and so here you are on my show. You don't have to be, you know, and it's just going to be the platform, the beginning of your takeoff.
So you want to pop the cherry.
Yeah.
Jacking them off and popping the
Jack
cherry.
them off, pop off is on. You know, from my
I'ma tell you what.
I don't know what AZ on tonight.
No, seriously.
AZ on some freaky shit.
When you think about the beginning of
I get
Anybody's
it.
career.
your career, like
It's
even
busting.
intimately, you start off with a jack off. You start off jacking off. You don't start
You
off
don't start off
jumping
just jumping.
directly into the deep end of the pool.
Absolutely. You don't just be
You jack-
talking, you know.
You check up
And
the back
you're
first,
super lucky.
and then eventually you pop your cherry.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, AZ. AZ, now you are a little racy tonight. I don't know what's in that truly tonight. I don't know.
Truly's kicking in.
It's kicking in. That's what's up, though. But no, like to your point, man, I can say any of my favorite artists that I follow, I always want to dig back into the crates to find that early, that first interview. So I think it's dope. What
The
you're doing.
hungry, you know, they
Most
hungry.
definitely.
People that you want a hungry conversation. You want
Hell
somebody
yeah.
that's just, you know, straight. Because when I first heard Drake, I was like, damn, he gonna be somebody.
Wow.
And I mean, when I first heard his mixtape, I was like, this guy is fucking the shit. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
most people say that about Drake, though.
Really, but
I
it
was
was
one of
just,
those
you
people-
could just tell.
He has something for real, but to play off what you said though, Dre, it's good to go back because you can see the growth.
Yeah.
Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? You get to look back and say, especially if I get someone who's at their peak or has hit mainstream, and I just find out about him, and I go back and I say, man, I see where he was 3 years ago, and damn, I'm glad to see where he at now.
Right.
So that's super dope though.
Yeah,
I
it
definitely can appreciate that. Everybody, you know, don't want to give somebody a platform who no one knows about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Even like with the people that I do interview most times, and you and I, we had a conversation before we even started the show today. How you will give a person an opportunity to have a free interview,
Yeah.
and they punk ass won't even
Blow that
share it.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
won't even share their
Won't even share,
interview.
that's true.
You know, they won't even. You know, they spent the whole hour with me, and because I'm not mainstream,
Right.
you rather not show my interview, you know, or you rather not share it, you know, or it's just
So
it's
why
just
would you
crazy.
even come to an interview?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but you just do it because I don't know, maybe because I just asked, but then at the same time, why would you waste your time?
One
you
good
know?
thing though about content, when you own the content, if that person ever does come into their own,
Absolutely.
You
that's
still have the
always
content.
yours. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
yours. So it's definitely people like that, and people kind of gotta just take it like, again, it's a free service, a free opportunity to be in
Right.
front of somebody else's entire platform. We're talking about relationships that we've cultivated to make this
Right.
group be something that, you know what I'm saying, is something to follow. Like, you should never take advantage of that
Right.
and not spread the word. So yeah, we gotta just get better with that, guys. if we
Yeah.
can.
If you can, but it could be a learn. Maybe they don't come off the way they thought they were going to come off.
And maybe
And
they just
they-
needed to hear people speak on it from our side. So
Right.
now we have that.
Yeah, now it's set.
Now it's said. Now it's that.
Now you goddamn know. Take advantage of every opportunity.
So AD, you got a question you want to bust off? for you. I mean, that's what he's on
I
right
mean,
now.
I do have a question,
Easy.
but I'm gonna clean it up.
When it's got to get messy in order to clean it up. Though.
Yeah, it's the Shannon Jackie. Fuck that. I'm that. You don't have to be clean for me, goddamn. I mean, you be clean now, be clean.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clean.
but you can. I'm not afraid. I'm with
You
it.
want them clean but nasty.
Right, absolutely.
I'm with
Clean but nasty. Let's
I'm with
go.
I'm with you.
You actually touched on Drake. You know, you said you listened to him and you kind of said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna go somewhere." Has there been something like the opposite where maybe you thought, or maybe has there been any guest that surprised you? Like, you know, I don't really see anything, you know, popping off of this person, and then all of a sudden, like, it just blow up. You had anybody like that?
I've had that because what I look for, and I do have an ear for music, so I kind of like know, you know what I'm saying, and I can tell if someone's gonna go for it, if they're gonna do, and then even if they don't, they're still a celebrity. They try, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, you're nobody if you just say nobody. You know what I'm saying? So even if they're just, if you tried it, okay. You know, if you suck, okay, you fucking suck. You know, and that just happens to be that. You know, but most times, if you're consistent and then it's your passion, you're gonna go somewhere. You know, because your heart is gonna put you where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get in front of the right person. You know, at some point. You know, timing is everything. It may not be now, but it can still happen later. So you know, I just nobody's never a letdown. You know, you're not
Nobody's a bust.
Nobody's a bust. You're gonna bust, but you're not a bust. You know, you're bust, but you're not a bust. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So you know, nobody's a bust. Everybody's trying. Everybody that's trying, you did it. You did it. Because if you didn't try, you
I love the positivity.
Absolutely.
Love the positivity.
Yeah.
We talked, like you said, a little bit before, you know, we got started. And one thing that I really, I was like, man, yeah, she gets it. Your determination to not give up on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is it that continues to fuel you to say that this is something you want to do and you want to be great at?
The fuel of knowing that I want to stop fucking working.
Yes, they'll do it every time.
That's it, right?
I feel like I'm supposed to be paid to do this.
Yeah.
To motivate, to lift people up, to encourage. I feel like I should go to a lunch, brunch, whatever, and for someone that is just in the beginning of their things, or even if they're already there, and they just need a word of encouragement and to be empowered. I want to be that person and get a check for that.
I gotta follow it up with another question, because when you're doing things like this, you're in business, there's different hats you have to wear.
Absolutely.
You might be pulled here and pulled. Let's say you're at that brunch, right? And you're giving this motivational speech, and you captured the room, and you know people are following what you're saying, and you're making an imprint on these people. But you get a call, an important call, right, from one of the inmates, and he has to get off at that time. Like right then and there, it's something that's very important to him.
What's your move?
How do you balance?
How would I balance
How
that?
do you balance?
How do you balance? What?
The jack off and the business.
You gotta.
Because the guy, this is his only time on the cell phone, and I'm in.
You gotta get him, y'all.
And I'm
gotta
in the
get him off.
business, and I'm in a business meeting. That has never happened first.
But you gotta think about these things.
But those things
But
do
who has
happen.
her phone during that time?
What you mean?
She's up there doing an important meeting.
I'm sitting there going.
Inmate number 286.
There's a special. She has a special vibrating tone.
Oh God, this is this guy. But really,
It's like the bat phone.
it is.
When the bat phone rings, you gotta go
you
to
gotta,
the phone.
you gotta
Duty
be
call.
The commissioner is calling.
You have to pick up the red phone.
I just want to
How
know
much
this.
is the lunch brunch?
Yeah,
versus-
that's what it's
That's what's gonna go.
what's gonna
Which one is
determine.
gonna exactly? How much was the cash app and how much is the
versus
lunch
this
brunch?
lunch, you
A
know?
Exactly.
lot of niggas locked up.
Right, and so
Wow.
that's what I was thinking.
And you know the
That-
relationship you built with this guy.
But the
This
lockup guy,
police-
he
this
tries
police
to
could
know
be the difference
what I'm
between
He needs to know her
somebody
schedule.
being murdered.
Exactly.
Not murder.
saying.
He's a
God damn.
prisoner. He's
Could be.
a prisoner.
Could be.
You gotta make-
She got to prevent her shanking tonight.
Right.
lines are on the line.
Prevent a shaking and encourage a wanking. Prevent a shaking and encourage and help a wanking.
I am very
Oh my God.
But the money will win that.
The money will win that over.
It'll have
That's
to be,
respectful.
yeah, it'll
Because
have
that's business, guys.
Yeah.
Again, your passion may be somewhere, but you also have to be business minded.
Absolutely.
Have to stay business minded.
Yeah. So he'll call
Good.
back. You know.
Wait, whoa.
This is good. This is
Question.
good.
So, a random Thursday, you might not actually be in the mood. Do you just, is it like a personality or persona you
That
just is. Call me later
that is
when I feel like
definitely a
it.
grand question
Yeah.
because you do have to be kind of there. But even what makes you there is I'm going to go pay this bill as soon as this is over.
Exactly.
So get your motherfucking mind right. Talk this nigga and quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna make it happen. And then once the cash out hit, we talking on the phone and it's over with. Now you can go back and be miserable how you were or whatever. What the fuck was wrong with you to why you felt like you couldn't do it? So yeah, you do have to make yourself get in that moment because I'm definitely not always sexually just like, oh shit, I wish a nigga called me right quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to goddamn jack off myself. You know what I'm saying? I really need this because I do. You know, I don't like to say the word masturbating because for the female, that shit sounds so weak to me. Oh, I masturbate. Really, bitch? That is so funny. I just love jack off because it sounds.
It's a strong word. It's a strong word.
Jack off sounds
Action,
like you
yeah.
fucking having a good time.
Yeah.
If I was a boy, I would be fucking jacking off all the time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm being a girl. And I
Will it be
jack off all
tubing?
the
Is that what you're saying? It'll be a tubing?
Yeah, it'll always be
Tubing it down.
You know what's fleshlight? This is what it is. The
That's
egg.
something completely.
The tinga.
You in the whole, you in the
That's a
wow.
whole other genre.
You taking another step.
Tiptoeing. Porn is private.
Let's just dial it back.
We're talking about private
Guys,
time.
we know that porn is private. So some of these layers we don't want to just
The onion has
Put
this
these layers
only
back,
little,
right.
you know, they'll put the skin on.
We all know prison, you know, it's an all-male population. Just in case you're not available, sometimes there are some things that guys do just to get that nut off or whatnot.
Right.
So, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but
the most proper way
First
I've
of all,
ever heard.
hold on.
You got to do what you got to do.
That was the most proper way I've heard somebody come
Earlier
on somebody.
Earlier tonight, though, bro, we
Depression.
had to correct AZ on his verbal, and he comes with nut.
And it was so
Your
proper.
vocabulary is
Bro,
large.
that was
You told him to dump down and he's
that was the cleanest
Yeah,
spunk
you were,
scene I've ever seen in my life. Or heard, I guess, in my life. Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
no, it's all good. So while you're, you know, I guess creating this fantasy or whatnot, has there been something that's like, whoa, that's really like questionable? Like, I don't know if I can kind of that's just like a turn on. Like he mentioned something or maybe
Okay.
something.
For me or for
got you.
Shan?
Got you.
Well, no, it's the person that she's on the phone with.
Oh, I
No,
was
the
saying,
question
are you asking
for-
the question for me?
Well,
or
no,
Shan?
but I think it can kind of parlay to something that you wanted to touch on. As far as
Oh,
the question.
okay.
Because
I have a situation where
We'll get there. Well, let's dig.
Absolutely.
But have you ever had like that encounter, like a guy just like, oh, and it's like maybe you're getting him there, but he just throws a monkey wrench.
I've
Right?
had it.
Yeah,
myself.
I've had the monkey wrenches, and you just go with it. You know, you just go with it because I have learned that there's fetishes that are out there. There is nothing that should blow you away with that. You know, people really go. It's people that really go
They
out
figure it out.
for that. You know,
Yeah,
so
but-
it,
Yeah, can I say, just add my people? And I know
That
you
is
guys
so
are
funny.
highly charged sexual people,
right.
right?
Me?
I've been called the same, but there's just certain things when we're talking about fetishes, right?
Right.
You said you would just go with it,
Right.
right?
Right.
And maybe afterwards you would have a conversation if it was kind of a little too wild for you.
Mhm.
I think the issue when you go with it, you're promoting it at that point to where they're gonna try this with the next person.
But I
They're
think
gonna
too, though.
okay, hold on. Let me just put it in context. So again, you're into it, it's charged, heat of the moment. He tells you fuck me like my grandmother would.
Right.
I've had a similar.
Hold on. If you continue at this, right?
Right.
Instead of saying, you know what, let's take a pause.
Say, wait
Exactly.
a minute.
Let's give this some pause and speak about this,
And-
right? Maybe he wouldn't be so willing to try this with the next person. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the conversation with the next person is going to be had before the tricks are pulled out the bag.
But maybe though, bro, hers is a business that's more
True.
different from a personal.
That's different.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
But were you, when you said you've had that, was that on a business standpoint
It
or
was
was
a
this in
business,
real
and
life?
I have had a personal interaction.
do you
with
act?
that.
So is your reaction the same?
Good question.
No, it's definitely not the same. Because if it's on some personal shit, I'm like, what the fuck you trying to do? You know,
Exactly.
when we started this, you know,
Right.
like, wait a minute. You know,
Yeah.
now I'm turned off. Now I need to ask some
Absolutely.
questions. What are we doing?
What
Why-
are you into?
Right. So
But are
then-
you guys stopping them before it goes? Because
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
gonna be
Or
honest-
have the conversation afterwards?
I'm gonna be
No.
honest with
No.
you. I've had female friends say some of the wildest things that men have done
Right.
Oh.
in the midst of.
But they've done it. They
But
completed
they've done
it.
it, completed it, and they may have ghosted the guy after the
Right.
fact.
But they allowed them to do
But
it.
by
Right.
you allowing him to do it,
We finna fucking stop right the fuck now. Like, nigga, what?
It's certain things
What?
that he would make. It just depends on where I'm at too. You know what I'm saying? Because I you know, I'm not nothing.
there's chances you
know
might
what
just
I'm
go with it.
Right. So it just depends on if it's a turn off for me. You know that I was.
Don't
stopping.
call me your mama. And don't start talking like a baby and weird
You
shit
so
like
damn.
that.
What if he
What
grabbed?
happened?
What if he grabbed your hand and try to put your hand in his around his asshole or something like that? Are you,
Oh well, we gonna go there because that's what you want. Okay. I guess. Yeah,
gonna
all
move-
right, that's what you want.
Fucking asshole.
And we're gonna move on.
and moving on, guys. The 900 number has been up there.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
You guys know what to call. Do not call the detox.
Not call us with that.
Call or
Right.
DM
Not
the
call
detox
us with that
for
No.
That
anything
is so funny.
related to that.
None of that.
Wrapping around
He said
anything like that.
Right.
Come around.
All right, so you had something. We're gonna go now, guys. Listen, I hope you guys feel like you know Shan.
Yeah.
She's come with a ball of energy and she's released the energy
Right.
all over the room,
Right.
guys. You know what I'm saying? So
Eat it everywhere.
hope y'all know it. We about to detox this thing. We about to get into our portion of the show.
Nastiest show.
So I think this is technically a detox after dark right now. But we're gonna let's see. So you had something for us though?
Well, what AZ was talking about is like it kind of touched on what I was thinking. So you do have people who ask you some strange things in the middle of sex, and you know what I'm saying. People got their own fetishes, they got their own things that they like. But then you also have people who consider themselves fluid or what have you. So topic came up on the internet, which is one of those memes like, basically the guy from Power. If you know the Tejada guy, he's the son that he's gay, he's homosexual, and so he has a love interest as part of the basketball team. Another guy. So they have a lot of
He's like the Jesse Smollett.
yes
of-
of Power.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The Juicy Smooth
Yeah,
leg.
yeah, Power. Got you. I got you. I'm with you.
So, I mean, he plays that part and he plays it pretty well. And, he has a lot of steamy scenes with the guys, a lot of, passionate love making or what have you. I had no idea that he was supposed to be straight. I really thought he was a gay guy, just doing a scene like as a gay character. Of course, apparently he has a relationship and he's a heterosexual man. So the question was, do you feel that your significant other can play a part or a role in a movie or a film or a TV show where they're playing a homosexual person or a bisexual person and still date them or still, you know what I mean? Like, just because, hey, they go to work, they do what they do, and then they come home and bring the bag and we live this heterosexual life.
Great question. Stan, you gonna take that one for us? I think, you know what I'm saying, with you being a guest, that'd be a great
Great.
one to drop on you.
What I did, if my guy was acting and he playing this role with this guy and they kissing and stuff, I would after even, and he's bringing home the check, and then
Bringing
he
home
come
an acting
right,
check.
Yeah, he's a real good.
Bring
check.
home an acting check.
Yeah, and we go, you know, we got this lifestyle, and you know, I still would just be side-eyed. You know, I would be worried. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you doing this, and you're doing so well. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're calling it acting,
Yeah.
this is a physical, and then not just, you know, you're not just having a conversation. This is physical acting.
So
know?
you would be okay being staying in that
I would
relationship.
be okay for a little while, but this is gonna kind of almost ruin us.
So you're not 100% good with it.
No, I'm not gonna be good with it.
So
I'm
what we do on the show is that we like to give, or I like to give like real
like
Scenario.
scenarios.
Bring,
Okay,
bring it
so
down to a local level.
right.
all right, your man just getting off work.
Come
Had a
on.
great day. Show's number 1 on the charts. He's beating out Power and Snowfall, everything that's important on TV. Show is beating out P-Valley, all that. Your man is the main guy on this show, right? You guys living in this great penthouse. He gets off work. You know, you go to greet him. You missed him that day. You go to greet him. You go give him a hug. He smells amazing, right? You like, babe, like, what is that cologne? That's
the other actors.
The
Yeah,
co-star's
that's
cologne.
Isabel. Right.
I'm sorry, it's on my mouth right now. It's
Yeah, still on
when
my
he
beard.
kissed me, it's on my face.
Right.
Does that change anything? Like, does that make it a little more real for you? Like,
Yeah.
now that you know the same mouth
Now
Yeah.
his scent is in your house.
Yeah.
is in your house.
Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of upset. I'm not happy with it.
Last week when you saw the show, they kissing each other. Your man closed his eyes in a way that he's never closed his eyes when y'all kiss.
Help me.
I'm mad. I'm seriously trying to think when you started acting like this. You know, you never practiced this. You know, I have questions. You know, so it's like, how are you so comfortable?
Or
doing this?
he says something or does something that you know he only does when he's totally aroused.
And that, and he did
Yeah.
this in the movie.
Yeah.
And
It-
I saw
yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm like I said, I'm suspect now. We're not gonna have a happy life now.
But
You
you
know,
notice what the key factor was. She gonna be side eye in the penthouse.
But
In
she
the
didn't.
penthouse.
oh, no,
In
it's
the
gonna
penthouse.
ruin us. It's definitely
Okay.
gonna ruin us. Yeah, I'm not
You're
the
going to be
type-
out eventually.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
eventually, because I'm not the type I'm not materialistic, and it's just some women that will stay just because they want this lifestyle.
That's so
You
true.
have to be a different type of woman to be able to walk away and knowing that this is not what I'm looking for. I see you making this money, we making it, we doing this, da 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 da. But I'm not happy.
Kind of goes back to that key thing. Can you put a price on?
On
You know what I'm
love,
saying?
you know,
Like, yeah,
I'm
like,
not
you put a
happy.
price on that.
No, there's nothing that, you know, there's not enough money to make me stay with it.
Tori, are we panning this across the room? Do we want to hear, bro?
Well,
I'm
I'll
gonna be
honest,
honest. I
yeah.
think it's a little more geared to female
Female,
Right.
Yeah.
because
Because men will go for the gay shit.
men.
With
Yeah,
the
men wouldn't have a
probably-
problem with.
That's the double
And
standard.
that's the double
I
standard.
think
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I think that's a little cocky for us to say that.
That's a man thing.
It's a little cocky for us to say that, and the reason why, the same question back on you, bro. You're seeing your woman on screen with the woman. She's making a moan that you thought you've heard before one time in your bedroom, but it never has been that intense.
The girl is making her feel fucking good. You know.
I don't know.
She's and guys, you know, we're adults.
Right.
She's orgasmed on herself to where the proof is in the, like, it's not even a guess. It's not guesswork.
Yeah,
You know the mess that she left. Like, this happened on camera. This woman made her feel that way. How do you feel? Like, are you
Worry.
okay with that?
I don't know if I'm okay, but I probably do know that I'm probably still kind of aroused.
But see,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
that's selfish though, I think.
Men are
I don't
selfish.
think that's
Everybody's selfish to a certain
So, the
point.
show is for entertainment.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not exempt from being entertained from that show, right?
Right.
So what that scene that we saw, what's wrong with you, Jack? Jack me, the jacket thing was fine just a minute ago. Why not look at your people and just have your moment and know that they coming home on top of that. Like that's like a
The
win-win.
guy thing is like you said.
Yeah, the guy thing is a little different.
It's different, but if it's if the girl is having a good time, and the girl, other female made her feel good, and she come home to her husband,
And that thing is still soggy from earlier today.
right now he want to stick it in, so of course he want to fuck it
Well,
up.
I'm trying to see if she
You
bringing
feel
her
me?
home
Right,
with her.
right.
She's not doing. No, she's not gay.
Right, she don't do this
Is
supposedly.
she sure?
Hold on.
Because she can't.
Yes,
No,
she
no,
can.
no. What's wild is this? No, what's wild is this?
This is crazy. Really.
She doesn't mind being with a woman, but she doesn't
Don't
want to be
Wanna
with the woman and the man.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm in the court.
You
Like
so-
girls
Hey
too.
Z, what you doing, bro? How
I
you
like
feel?
girls too. So
How you feel? How you feel about that same scenario?
Right.
It's interesting, but I mean, if you kind of look at it from a broader scale, if you and that person are pretty much locked in, like you got a good mate, woman or man, I mean, you definitely have to kind of just think about it. What if your dude is somebody dude is sanitation engineer, right?
Mhm.
You hate what they do, right? Oh, I'm home smelling like this.
Right.
They're making an honest living. They ain't hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? And when they come to you, they locked in. It's not distractions or anything else like that. So I don't think it's just a simple black and white like, oh, that's it. Obviously, for men, like we touched on, obviously another girl, not just as taboo as another guy can another guy.
That's a great way to put it.
We don't make the rules. That's just how it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Double standard when it comes
We
to that.
did. It always happens.
I mean, but like, it definitely
No,
is on the foundation.
I gotta. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, was asking.
And I'm not, guys. Again, we've said this on previous seasons. We are in no way ever trying to offend the alphabet
Nobody.
community
Absolutely.
at all. But I do have to say this. This is where again, men, we could be a little cocky, right? So I think the vision that I gave with the two women, it was beautiful, two gorgeous, sexy women.
Right.
I didn't give you Lil Wayne and
Baby.
Manny Fresh
Manny Fresh.
together.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. Those
That
kind of
that version of lesbian rubbing each
with the
other,
strap on, hitting with the
No,
strap.
Hey.
Manny
hitting
Fresh.
each other. I didn't give you that. I didn't give you that.
Let's take it. Let's push the envelope. Have we talked to somebody who's actually
So we're talking.
talked to a woman before?
Hold on, what?
Have we been in a situation? Have you been in a situation
Where you dealt with the woman who dealt with the woman.
Your
before.
partner. Have you dealt with a partner that's actually entertained another woman?
Oh, you talking about y'all? Got it.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to answer that.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. No, we're gonna keep that off the back.
I'm
Okay.
not willing to answer that. But again,
But see, and
again, does it change though? Does it change for you, bro? When we're talking about, because you said you're still aroused in that other situation, but now we're talking. The woman looks like,
A stud. You look at
Manny
the
Fresh.
Go
Alright.
TJ.
yeah,
That's my.
and that's how your girl got off.
from the stud looking girl.
Does that change anything?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. More than likely, I'm probably not even gonna watch the show. I remove myself from those
Your
situations.
energies change.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Your energy completely changed,
yeah,
though, bro.
I'm telling you.
What, from the stud?
It's
to-
completely
Now he's
changed.
not watching it.
You
But
were
when she
sitting
was
in the
sitting
corner of the room.
I was sitting in the corner at first,
because she was pretty. Too pretty.
but
girl.
now it's Manny Fresh busting her down
He got
Telling
the
you.
strap on
with the
and-
rolls and all.
Keep picking her up.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
picking her up.
floating around the room.
Jumping like